Oh man, when is it going to stop? We've just had a very warm, sunny week here in the UK, so I think it's about time we got punished. Forecast is showers today, tonight, tomorrow morning. They may not happen, some may happen, we'll see. But I thought it's a good idea to, test out some gear. So I've been to Halfords. Now, Halfords, for you non-UK residents, it's like an institution, sometimes known as Halfords. But like it's an auto shop, repair shop. It's been around for a very long time. I believe started as a bicycle shop, still sells bicycles, but they also do camping gear. Now I shot down there this morning. They didn't have a great selection. They have more stuff on the line, I believe, but I got enough for a bit of a setup. And here's the tent. Now, if I wanted to describe the gear from Halfords, I guess I would say festival or one-off camping trip type stuff. It's not really stuff that enthusiasts would get or a place they would get it. So I thought I'd go for their most budget tent. However, this is not it. The most budget tent is, I believe, £25 and this one's £30. I'd say the most budget tent is completely useless because it doesn't have a vestibule, so you can't even take your shoes off, keep them dry, cook if it's raining, etc. So I went for their next one up. Now they do have some better tents, but this is what most people are getting there. And I've just noticed they've left the security tag on. I hope I can get my wire clippers in here, and I also hope this isn't filled with paint or some nonsense. Right. Oh dear. There we go. It's through the zip, so I have to get rid of it. Now I'm rushing straight to this because it really looks like it's going to rain any minute. Could be wrong, but there's cardboard in here to keep it kind of square. There we go. It's a pretty simple dome tent. It's got instructions in the bag there. So let's get this out and up. I'm feeling the odd bit of rain here and there now, so better get this up quick just in case it's quite a heavy one. Getting them poles in the holes, geez, that's one of the tightest tents I've ever put up. Did I imagine it, or did I see a rain fly on the top? It's not in the bag, that's empty. Is it underneath? Oh, hang on. It's permanently attached there with the elastic, and on this side it's got loops. So I'm guessing here. Again, pretty tight. Well, I suppose you want that to be. Well, I wonder what these are. Yep, exactly what I expected them to be. Those shepherd hook ones. I guess for that price, what do you expect? Because I'm not going this out because I'm in the woods and it's not very windy, I've put one peg in each of the loops on where the poles go, and then, because it's got a bit of a rain fly here, or rain skirt, whatever you want to call it, I've just pegged that out. Okay, so this is the two-person XL dome tent with porch. That's the important part. And yeah, it was £30, it was £25 for one without a porch, which makes it kind of useless in my opinion. It's polyester PU, poled dome tent, 2 berth, hydrostatic head 1500mm, definitely slept in worse. 100 centimeters headroom, that's kind of your bare minimum to kind of sit up really, and it's 2.5 kilograms, so you know, pretty bog standard tent really. It's got some ventilation at the front here inside the porch area and under the rain fly on the top there, so nothing exciting. If it does rain and if it does get through here, I'm under this quite sheltered tree actually. Yeah, we'll see if any rain gets through. The good old single flocked airbed. We've all slept on one. We've all woke up with them deflated in the morning. The only alternative to kind of these sort of things they had there were very thin, let's call them yoga mats, and like the windscreen reflector type things. So I went with Comfort for like £12 I believe. Oh my god, look at the state of that. That's not even round, it's just been squashed. Oh, I don't have high hopes for this. Stick that in there. They do one of these with a built-in foot pump, or they sell them horrible 12-volt ones. I've just got my flex towel gear to inflate this. Well, it fits, which is one problem airbeds have in tents sometimes. My only worry is that valve, of course. Can't hear any air hissing out of it. I'm hoping the shape of the plug kind of pulls out the plug underneath. We'll see. I don't know how you fit two pieces in here. I suppose just about. Well, I've got their 300 sleeping bag, an envelope style, not a mummy style, and I got this one rather than the 250 just because it's a bit chillier today, so it will be tonight. Yeah, so this was £20, I think £15 for the smaller ones. What does this say? Summer into autumn and spring use, 1 to 2 season. I'm sure I'll be fine for tonight. It's raining a little harder, so I'll get everything ready here. Not getting through the canopy yet. Right, this is my bits and bobs bag. I've got a pillow, we'll look at that later. A head torch, which is quite interesting actually, and the lantern here. So this lantern, the build quality, I've obviously had it out to put batteries in it, is pretty shocking. Here it is, and just pushing the button is hard enough. I guess that's some level of waterproofing, but yeah, it's not great. But it's got a hanger on it. It does work. Now, I must stress, they do have better gear than what I am using. Not much better, but I've gone kind of budget route here, what someone would take to a festival or something. So let's get this hung up in case I need to dive in the tent. Well, I don't even know if you can see that properly, but it's hung up in here. Oh god, it's so hard to push. There we go. Right, so at the moment, I'm not in boots. I'm in these hiking shoes, and they're Nordivate. Oh, that rain's picking up now. These are the hiking shoe version of the boots that they sent me, and I bought these myself. So, yeah, I was really impressed with the ones they sent. I'll include them in kind of a long-term kit review video at some point. Well, it's definitely raining a bit. I don't know if the mic would pick that up. I just don't think I'm going to get much rain in this spot unless it really comes down. I mean, this is the spot I actually did my cardboard dome tent in, but there was no leaves on the trees then, and that was very, very heavy. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. Maybe I should have picked a more open spot. It's just this woodland is limited on flat spots, and right now it's, you know, extremely covered. I just want to check that this door closes with the way I've pegged out there. We've got elasticated bits on here as well. Put the elastic causing that. Oh yeah, I'm going to need to peg this bit out, aren't I? Silly me. Feel the rain slightly here now. Oh god, this ground is so hard right now. Okay, so it's only just now starting to get through to the tent. I can see bits on it. It's pretty heavy actually, so it shows what cover there is. It will just reach a saturation point and start coming through the same as it will outside of the tree. So I'll get my pack in here, and I might test out the vestibule for cooking under, or at least making a tea. The gas stove that they had is a pretty standard one, and it is, well, basically identical to mine already, so I've just brought that instead. And I'm going to say I don't feel comfortable using it under here. I don't know if you can really see just that slope of this kind of awning, if you like, whatever you want to call it, vestibule, porch. That would burn, definitely. So, don't know if you can hear it, is raining. It's not hitting the tent too much, so I'm going to open up just to do a brew. Still raining, but it's eased a little bit. This here is the cook set I got. Complete cook set with kettle, aluminium cook set with grip style handle, kind of like a trancher. This cost £25. Now for £35 you could get a backpack, smallish one, with this in, and their enamel cookware. They also had knife, fork and spoon set. They had a couple of different sorts, but this is the exact same sort I got from Asda in my Asda Walmart video, and I really like this set actually. So let's try out this kettle, and there it is. Just rinse the kettle out. Oh, where's the lid? Oh yeah. It's actually quite nice sat here with the tent open and kind of looking out and hearing the rain, but not really feeling it too much. But I'm thinking I'm doing myself, the tent, and you a disservice by not getting it right out there in the rain. So I might wait for this shower to pass and then maybe move, if I can find a close by spot that's more open and flat, or flattish, just move the tent, because it's kind of freestanding anyway. I'll have this tea and see how things go. I think it's meant to rain more heavy in the morning than now, though it is coming down. Well, you can probably hear it's coming through a lot heavier now, so it's actually getting on the tent, so I've actually had to close up like I've just made my brew. So maybe I won't have to move after all. If them trees are saturated when it's raining overnight, and in the morning it'll be coming through just as heavy. One thing I just noticed is that the zipper on the door doesn't have a zipper on the top. It's not like a double zipper, so you can't kind of just peek out. You have to kind of unzip the whole thing. So it's kind of them little sacrifices you make with a cheaper tent like this. Not even any kind of pockets or anything. But well, so far so good, and it is raining. We got anything on the inside? No. Oh, that was silly. Why'd I open that? I wonder if it'd be better if this door opened up like an awning with some tiny poles, but I mean, even in heavy rain I've had that before and it gets through eventually. But yeah, I got a bit wet then. I had to run out and get my bag. I forgot it was against the tree there. I've left the chair out there. Well, I think we're stuck in here for a bit, so I may as well take a look at this pillow. £3.50 micro pillow. Now I've got smaller and bigger than this, so a good medium size might help on some camps. Because I don't really like the inflatables, they had them. Oh, the stuffing's all kind of gone weird. But it's like a perfect square. It feels a bit overstuffed, but it's got to be better than an inflatable. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Quite like that. As you can hear, rain's still pretty heavy. So I'm not going to have to move this tent after all, which is good. Whoa! I've left the chair out there because it was pretty wet already, but we may not even get a chance to use it at this rate. The only thing I'm worried about is eating. I got it quite early today. I want to do lunch and dinner, and yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it under that vestibule there through risk of melting it. Not risk, it's pretty certain actually. It's about that far away from the flame. Chill out for a bit. Just to say, you can see the seams here, like the four corners are all taped right up to the top where it's not taped because of the rainfly. Well, I've been in here about an hour. It's actually cooling down a lot. I might put on a jumper or something. But I noticed it's a little moist around the door zip. Yeah, just a little moist. It's not dripping or anything. Maybe a little moisture on the door itself. Sides still okay at the moment. I'm a little concerned, but hopefully we'll be okay. Yeah, just hunkering down for now. It's only about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think this will sort of stop at some point before the evening, maybe. It's slowed a bit, so I'm going to make myself a cheese toastie for my lunch. I've opened up the door to do this, and I've got, this is truffle, it wasn't Gouda, was it? I can't remember what cheese it is now. But it's got truffle in it. That's quite a lot of cheese. Right, so here we go. I've got a few drips on my head. The pan with the Trangia style grippers. I'll turn that right down. Oh god. I may have to zip up at some point. I didn't bring butter just because it's a bit of a pain, so I'm just going to lightly oil the pan for my toastie. Rain hitting the oil. There we go, and I'll get that turned down. I'm just going to oil up the top here a bit. And then give her a flip. Not looking bad. Well, here's my toastie, looking, smelling lovely actually. I might just get inside and close the door because I'm getting dripped on, and I think it's starting to die down, but who knows. Right, that's me inside. It is raining again. Toasty time. Very nice indeed. This will hold me over till dinner, which hopefully I'll be able to cook. Well, it's definitely not easing off, that's for sure. God, I didn't even know if it was going to rain at all. And it's just been non-stop since the tent went up. Definitely testing this tent. I may have got my sleeping bag a little bit wet with the door open. Well, I did pop outside. I was like kind of taking a thumbnail picture and stuff while it wasn't too heavy. Lucky I got it done then. It's really coming down. I thought it was just going to have a few showers. I did not think it was going to be like this. I'm enjoying it though. Now, there was another tent. I was interested in trying it as a 4-man one. There was kind of a pop-up, kind of, hinged pop-up type one. And they don't have them in the shops. You have to order them in from the online. So I had to deal with this as I went there just this morning. I had this idea yesterday when I saw the weather. Right, I've been inside the tent for about 5 hours now. I was just nodding off for a second then, but I'll show you how we're shaping up here. It's going to be hard to really see, but appears to be condensation. This will probably be hard to really show, but we're leaking. I think it's just seeping through the zip and dripping, which is kind of above my bed here. But once the inner is done up, the mesh, that might help a little bit with that. But yeah, not exactly the best. Hay fever's playing up a bit as well. But I mean, it's not leaking from the top or anything. If that was a better zip, then it might be alright, but hey ho. We'll see how much longer it can take it. That's not something I do very often, but seeing as I'm stuck in the rain here in the tent, I thought I'd give a little shout out to Nobby. Now, a lot of you would have seen his channel, Step Away from the Screens, which is a great name for an outdoors channel actually. He's been on doing his second trip now, which is I believe 1,000 miles on a tiny 50cc bike. The reasons he's doing it is because he's an ex-squaddie himself, and he's doing it for a charity called Combat Stress. That's about raising awareness and funds for veterans and mental health issues. So I'm going to leave a couple of links below so you can support that, and you can check out his videos as well. Good fun, good guy, and all for a good cause. Oh, it's so nice to get out. It's been like 6 hours in that tent. I watched a film. I watched the Weird Al Yankovic story. Right, this is the chair I bought. Going on to gear again now. £10. No, £15. No, £10, but 2 for £15. So I think it was the cheapest. They had one other more comfy chair, which didn't really need for this. And online they had even like the new ultralight style ones as well, which I was quite impressed to see. But yeah, I've gone with this, and it's going to do, and it can live in my garage and be the guest chair. But I can't quite work out if it's just dripping out the trees or if it's raining very, very finely, lightly. I guess we'll find out over time, but I just had to get out. I brought a couple of beers with me. Sainsbury's supermarket do quite a selection actually, so I went in and got a few. I believe I've had this one before, 42, grapefruit DDH Pale Ale, BBNO I believe they're called. Quite liked it, so I grabbed another one. I've got a couple other beers with me as well. Just feel like I need it just to get outside and drink a beer. Been cooped up in there for a while. I mean, it's held up. It's held up. The zip could be better, and the whole thing would be better if there was an actual proper inner rather than just like a little rain fly on top. But it is very, very cheap, like disposable cheap. which is why they're kind of festival tents, I guess. Well, I'm going to grab a few bits of wood, and then I'm going to cook my dinner on the stove because it's the way it's supposed to be, and then a little later I'll get a fire on, unless the rain starts again. Look at all this wind damage. Definitely be something here for me. We've got some rump steak here. I'm just going to cut that into kind of strips, ready for doing like a stir fry. I'm using the enamel plate here because that's what they sell in Halfords. Gonna go in with the beef. Got some veg now. This pot handle heats up extremely quickly. Just stick some noodles in here. And finally some sweet chili sauce. Wow, get this on the plate. It's quite a plateful. This pan isn't a bad size actually. There we go. I don't know why I don't do a stir fry more often. It's so easy. Maybe that's why. Got a tiny rebel as well. CLWB Tropica IPA. I'm pretty sure I've had this before as well. Yeah, that's very nice. The other one was maybe a little sour for me. Like to have often at least. One's okay. Let's start with a piece of beef. Well-timed aeroplane. Well, that was really nice. I filled a hole. I've actually got dessert today, so we'll get that out a bit later. But I just want to enjoy being out for the moment. It's getting a bit overcast again, to be honest. Just as I say it's overcast, the sun comes out. Getting a bit on the buggy side here, so I'm just going to get a fire lit. I've been drinking this Drygate Disco Mango Pale Ale. It's very nice actually, probably my favourite from tonight and my last. They've all been kind of sessiony kind of beers, it's fine. Right, this smoke seems to be helping instantly. You can still hear the rain coming down from the trees. It's not actually raining, but yeah, I'll let this fire going for a bit, just enjoy being out of the tent before getting back in it. At least I feel a bit confident now because it's going to be raining from about 4 AM I think, 3 AM, 4 AM, probably till about 8ish, so yeah, we'll probably catch some of that when we get up in the morning. But to enjoy the fire for now, and all my dessert in a bit as well. My filming light is with me, but my bracket is not, so it's going to be a bit tough to film stuff. We'll have to see how we do. Oh no! Copped that up. So before it's too dark here, I wanted to show you my headlight. I believe it was £5, but it is quite novel. Just looking where to turn it on. Oh, here we go. So I did use one like this a while ago, but this is a bit different. It's a little bit more comfortable and smaller. Where's that button gone? Oh, there we go. Oh, geez. Let's turn that up. Right, let's just turn it like that. There we go. Look like I'm in dire straits. Well, we'll find out how good it is. It's cheap enough and it's rechargeable. It's got one of them kind of battery packs on the back, which I'm not too keen of. Why is that lit up? Does that need to be lit up? Well, apparently it does. Well, yeah, try this out a bit later. Get a kettle on so I can have a cup of tea with my dessert. Okay, here's the tea. And I've been dreaming of a scone for ages. I've got some jam here, I think it's from a hotel or something. And half of you will be offended by the order I do this. And yeah, that half of you are wrong. It's done by a viscosity. The most viscous thing goes on first, that's the jam. And then, oh my word, the clotted cream. Oh. I've not had a scone. I don't think I even had a scone last summer. My word. I've got my tea and I've got my scones. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Cream tea, you can't beat it. And I've got 3 more at home when I get home tomorrow. That's me inside the tent. It's still looking fine in here. A little bit of moisture on the walls. I do have a microfiber cloth with me, so I might wipe it down, to be honest. I'm sure there'll be more. There's a lot of moisture in the air, plus it's warmish and my breathing overnight. So yeah, I'm going to settle down for the night and see how things go. This is not the longest with the angles. I can back up this mat a little bit and move it more into the middle, but I wouldn't want to be in there with another person, to be honest. Good morning. Pretty bunged up from the hay fever. You can probably hear, still raining. It was a bit harder earlier. I think it's been raining since like 4 or 5. I woke up about 5 and heard it anyway. In here it's quite wet from condensation, I must admit, but there's no actual leaks. I've not really looked at the door yet because the inner door is closed. But I'm dry. There's nothing on the ground or anything. This mat is too fat for this tent. It lifts you up too high, and because it's not exactly the longest length anyway, where it kind of tapers up, obviously, it yeah, you just don't have much room, and you're rubbing against the condensation. But yeah. Hopefully I can get up shortly. Well, I think it's just dripping out the trees now, so I've come out and yeah, I seem to be staying relatively dry. Just wanted to look through the list again real quick, the things I bought. So we got the chair, which is totally fine. It's one of these cheap chairs, we've all bought them in the past. Sleeping bag, the zip went up and down very easily, as in like you moved and it'd go down and it'd work its way down because of how narrow it is. But other than that, it was fine. I know it wasn't particularly cold last night, maybe 12 degrees, something like that. The tent, certainly don't use it with a big fat air mat like that. It's yeah, it brings you up too close to the walls. But I mean, for what it is, it's not too bad. Obviously, 2 skin's going to be better. It's got its downsides, but you know, it's okay. It doesn't leak. What else we got? The headlight was okay for while you're doing things, maybe cooking and that. For walking through the woods to go for a pee or whatever, not great. You can't see far with it. The lantern light, I'm getting rained on. I dripped on one or the other. The lantern, not great, very bad build quality. It's not a rechargeable one. I like rechargeable stuff these days. Yeah, didn't like that much. Cook set seems fine. Yeah, seems fine. What can you say? The non-stick pan worked well. I've not used the pots. Used the kettle. The airbed, I don't trust them. I don't like that flocked feeling either, but yeah, I just don't trust them. Got me through the night. It's definitely gone down partially. And yeah, I don't know what else there is. Can't even think now. There's something else written on here, but I've got micro. No, I don't know. Right, so I've got my Omnia oven with me. A few of you will remember this. It's a stovetop oven basically, and yeah, you've got like a heat shield, and the heat goes up the middle, and then kind of, you know, gets inside, and the lid keeps that heat in on the top. So we've got a thermometer on there. Going to do some sausage rolls. Alright, I'm just going to get this preheating, so I'm not putting pastry in there and warming it up and it going all floppy. Okay, I just need to beat an egg first. Okay, let's get this lid off. Put, oh jeez, that's hot. Put our sausage rolls in as best we can. Didn't think about that. Probably should have cut them down, never mind. And I'm just going to give them, oh that is hot coming through the middle. Just spread on some of that beaten egg. Give them a bit of colour. And we'll go back on with that lid. And just watch that temperature go back up. Getting quite hot already. So the sausage roll's been going for about 5 minutes now and the temperature seems to be kind of steady at around 200 degrees. Should be okay. We'll see. It's been a while since I've used that Omnia oven. I've had a tiny bit of a tidy up in the tent. It was like a bomb site. But I've not actually packed anything away yet. Cleaned up the fire pit and it's still not actually raining, though it could any minute the way it looks. Hopefully it holds out long enough for me to have my breakfast and pack away. Here is the rest of that pot set. So you've got that non-stick pan and you've got a Trangia style strap to put round the whole lot. You've got strap guides on there and yeah, it actually looks okay. I'm probably going to keep hold of these considering the amount of campsite cooking I do. I guess a spare kettle don't hurt either. This is the microfiber towel I've been using to keep the condensation in check. Great to have one of these when you're camping, especially if you're doing multiple nights and packing away and putting back up. Just makes it a lot nicer to have a at least semi-dry tent. I'm going to take this off, oh, and the heat deflector, and I am going to put on some hot water. So they'll stay warm in that Omnia while I make my tea. I don't know how much it helps, but I do actually quite like this little windshield. I got it off of, God, AliExpress or something when I was ordering other things. It may have even been eBay, I'm not sure. Just thin little bits of metal, but just helps that tiny bit. Okay, here we go. Let's see if these have stuck. They look good. Oh, that did quite well on the rack there. I bought the rack. I can't remember what bits are separate, but the silicone insert, the rack, I've got the muffin insert as well. Yeah, they're misshapen, but they look cooked well. Well, they're cooked very evenly. They look good. They're a bit hot. Hot. Should bring that Omnia out more. It is very good. I've heard people not be able to use it properly, but I've never had a trouble with it. It's actually raining again, so I should get this down really. I rolled it a little. No, that should be okay. You got the room that the cardboard took up, I guess. Voila. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you found that interesting. Maybe some people have tuned in just to see what the Halfords tents are like before a festival or something. And yeah, definitely usable for a couple of days, even in heavy rain. Having a microfiber cloth or something with you is going to help for sure. But yeah, use a smaller mat. Right, thanks for watching. See you next time.